Hey chaplains, I'm doing a short video on what I've been remembering about what it was like to chart an epic, and a video to tell you about the use of templates in populating a patient note in order to chart. So I'll try to make this video brief, no more than 5 minutes. So here, imagine we've opened up a patient note, and what do we get? We get a blank page. You can just start typing like you would in a progress note and save the note, and you're done. Or you can go to your function keys, hit F2, say, and get a note populated with this information. Everything you see in the turquoise is a code holding place for what will be populated from the patient record. So up at the top you get their name and age and so forth. But what you see in the text down below is the structure of the note. So try to imagine Paragon and our columns, different subject areas with headings and checkboxes. The equivalent of the columns here is the text, like chaplain visited with, or offered spiritual emotional support, or patient's spiritual need is assessed as. We would have referred by, referred for, narrative. We would have stresses and strengths and so on and so on. So imagine ours starting out with all of those columns that we currently have, and going down to spiritual history, what kind of spiritual practices, so forth, getting down to the kind of support we provided, what was the patient and family members' response to the visit, and then our care plan. We can come up with all that and set that up. What you don't see here is the checkboxes, and that's because they're hidden. Here, if we go into the brackets and click that, that automatically populates the field with information we've already put in Spiritual Care's database to pull out. So this is basically showing us our checkbox options. In this one, it's a drop down. We may be able to do checkboxes and choose multiple things. So this has the content that we have in Paragon. It has what we're trying to chart for the patient. It has choices to choose from, and every place that's outside of a bracket is free text, so you can chart your narrative anywhere around there. That's one example of a visit template. The neat thing about templates is every time you open a chart note, you've got a blank page, so you can populate it with other chart templates. So you open up another blank page, but this time you're doing a baptism. And here we had all this information because we did baptism for a Catholic church. And so we can go in and put all that information in the record. We don't have to retype all of these things. And we have the same thing again with drop-down menu and choices. So you see that. So that's again this box represents our check boxes or our drop-down choices that we already have. So from one blank patient note, you can hit a function key and put in any different number of templates. The neat thing about the templates is we can continue to create templates as we want. We say we want to do one for code blues, specific to that, or say Scott wants to do a template specific to AIM assessment. Then from any computer, from any patient record, opening a note, we can hit a function key and populate it with a template for charting. Obviously, this looks a lot different than the Paragon that we have, but if you imagine the pieces the subject headings for the columns, the brackets being the checkboxes. You can imagine taking that information, typing it into a template, populating it with our checkboxes, and we've taken what we're doing now and put it into Epic. What I find is neat about this is if we use a template, we still have free reign to do progress notes in a blank note. We can do baptism template. We can do other templates we might want to do. So that's the brief story of templates and Epic. And I hope that's explained it some. If not, you're welcome.